Some of Philadelphia's most distinctive buildings are the work of prominent 19th century architect Frank Furness. Robert Costa introduces us to a one-of-a-kind innovator.
Take a tour of Philadelphia.
Independence Hall, where 56 men worked on the Declaration of Independence.
You'll see where the Founding Fathers
Then we got the Betsy Ross House on your right side here.
and mothers once roamed.
She outlived 3 husbands.
And you might spot the Italian stallion.
On top of the statue of the world's most famous fictional boxer, Rocky Balboa.
But there is someone who isn't mentioned on the tour, even though his influence is everywhere. Architect Frank Furness.
Furness is like Rocky. He's an underdog who can still win the big fight. The building was an astonishing spectacle of color, form, and texture.
Michael Lewis is the architectural critic for the Wall Street Journal and a Philadelphian.
There's no question that Furness was our greatest architect.
Does he deserve to be in the pantheon of American architects?
Absolutely, absolutely. And he would have been long ago if he'd been in Boston or New York.
Born in 1839, Furness became a captain in the Union Army and earned the Medal of Honor.
The heroism he expressed in the Civil War, his individuality and his fearlessness, is what makes his architecture most interesting.
Interesting and volatile, rumored to fire his pistol in the office out of boredom. That explosive personality translated to his bold designs of about 1,000 buildings, mostly in Pennsylvania, with their oversized arches, elaborate decorations, and asymmetrical facades, which broke free from the polite Victorian style. Rail stations, mansions, even banks.
A bank is not a temple where your money sits still. A bank is a machine where your money is set in motion and is lent out and creates more money. There were a lot of bank robberies in Philadelphia around the Civil War, and Furness's buildings look like they're ready for combat.
Back then, Philadelphia was known as the workshop of the world, and its industrial spirit is celebrated in his design of the Pennsylvania Academy of the Fine Arts. Columns become pistons, and a museum evokes a machine.
You can see the metal.
Not only can you see it, but it's joyous. It's a celebration of the material, its properties, and look at the way he flaunts those rivets. And Furness had a knack for getting that buoyant spirit of his personality into his buildings. The buildings are funny, but to many people 100 years ago, they were unspeakably vulgar.
By the end of the 19th century, Lewis says Americans wanted a more orderly neoclassical style, and Furness faded in popularity.
Outlier, iconoclast, that every architect needs to know something about.
Now, only about 100 Furness buildings remain, but Philadelphia architects like Ian Smith still look to him as someone who embodies the attitude of this city.
It's hard not to love him because of being this individual that fights the current and is just outspoken. Now, we definitely take pride in Frank Furness.